tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, this is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. I am live, uncut, and unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. We've been going hard on this case. We've been watching it. Come on in. I'm gonna wait till a few of you guys come on in, and before we get started, so we're just keeping a sharp eye on this. Sharp eye. We want to see what the world's coming to, what they're going to do. All right. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. This is definitely live, uncut, and unedited. The phone lines are closed as of right now. And hopefully we'll open them up. More definitely I will. More likely I will open the phone lines. So I appreciate you guys. America is divided on this line. As I say, the white folks got it one way and the black folks got it another way. Who is really right? Could we both be right? Could the whites be right? And could the blacks be right? What is it? They always say his side and her side and God's side. All right. Come on in, people. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil. I love being black. All right. This is your boy Mark G, aka the Crime Chaser. I'm live, uncut, and unedited. This is why I tell the truth and shame the devil. Don't care who like it, don't care who listening. But do me a favor, I need you guys to hit the like button on YouTube. Hit the like button, please. I need you to hit that button. Cooperate with me, please. I need people to hear this. I need to hear this. People to hear it. All right. We've been doing good on X. We've been doing good on the Facebook, but we got to get it rolling on YouTube. Those of you that's watching on Facebook, if you can watch me on YouTube, that's even better. You can sit back and put it on your TV screen and just watch it. Watch it. That's what we on tonight. Mm-hmm. We're live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Mm-hmm. Yeah, come on in, come on in. The phone lines are not open as of right now, people. So we don't have the phone lines open right now. They will be open. We just want to give a introduction as of what's going on, and I will love to hear from whites and blacks. And this is not a matter of debate. It's just a matter of opinion. What's your truth? Speak your truth. So the phone lines will be on mute when the panel will be on mute. This is real. Come on in, people. Yeah, we divided, people. Yeah, we have two Americas. People don't believe that. Don't believe that. The white people say they call it self-defense when they are the killers, the shooters. And when we call it self-defense, the person is a murderer. He's a scumbag. You've heard it. You've heard it. You've heard it. All right, Mr. Johnson, you're right. Nothing changed since that time. Nothing changed. Come on in, YouTube. I need y'all to hit that like button so we can punch. I'm ready to punch. I need this thing to thrust out. My viewership been low on YouTube, but it's been taken back off on Facebook. I'm like, okay. They said Martin Johnson back alive. He back at it again. I never died. They took the page, but they didn't take me down. They took the page on Facebook. All right. All right. Geneva Williams. I see you. Denise Jones. Come on in, people. Come on in. I got a show for you tonight. I promise you. I promise you, people. I'm not going to disappoint you. I thought I had something else up here. Okay. Where's the other? Okay. People calling now. Okay, no phone calls right now. Reb, you calling in. I'm going to open up the lines. No calls right now. No calls right now. No calls right now. I'm going to definitely open up the lines. No calls right now. Okay, until later. Until later. All right, come on in. Come on in. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. All right, come on, people. Let's make it happen. Get this out of my way. I'm tired. Let's make it happen. Let's make it. We're going to open up the phone lines. I promise you guys. We're going to open up the phone lines. I'm just trying to wait till a few more people. I need at least 50 people on YouTube to come on in. I need 50 likes. Come on in, people. All right. I need y'all to comment. We're going to engage now. We want to engage. There's a divide here in America. Somebody ain't telling the truth. Somebody lying. Black is beautiful. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. I want people to come in, especially for Texas. We got some Texas people watching. I want them to come on in. Come on in, Texas people. Come on in, Texas people. I want you guys to come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. We need some Texas people. Come on in here. Come on in, Texas people. Come on in. This is live. This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. I'm live, uncut, and unedited. This is where I tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in. Come on in. All right. You see what's on the screen? We want to change the screen in a minute. Got something else I want to put up on the screen. All right. Another image. And this is how we looking at America. All right. Check this out on the screen, people. Check this out. Check this out. One is black, one is white. Let y'all see the screen here. And I want y'all to, we're going to see if there's a difference. If there's a difference. There's a difference. All right. Robinson, good evening. All right. Big Drew, what's up? What's going on? Hey, April Williams, what's up? All right, come on in. I need y'all to hit that like button on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button. I got to pump it back up. Rose Brown, I see you. Don Tyson, I see you. Big Drew, we're being crumpet. They're like, we're going to need him, huh? Tomorrow, what's going on? Sharice Rice, you here? Okay, I appreciate you, Sharice. All right. Cousin Ronnie Johnson, Chicago is the largest segregated city in the United States. We are still living in some very dangerous times. Correct. Kathy, hello. All right, Sharice, let's go. Let's get it on. Nisha, tell me, you know somebody is lying and covering up things. We definitely, they're experts of that. Chess, what up, Martin from Houston? We got a Houston, Texas in the house. All right. Here in Chicago, Illinois, sundown communities within Chicago city limits out of 77 communities. Oh, there, most definitely. Now get caught some of these places at nighttime. The twin and his family spinning the narrative for future jury. We know it. Jarita Thomas, good evening. All right. Miss Stone, what's going on? Miss Stone said some reporters spoke with white students saying the young black males was known for fighting. We know that's a setup. That's what they said there. But listen, now look on the screen here, people. We have Mr. Rittenhouse. At that time, he was 16 years old. Somebody said 17. I believe he was 16. Was carrying a gun, federally outlawed it until age 18. He crossed the state line. He lived here in Illinois. He went into Wisconsin. okay, was attacked after warning attackers that he would shoot. And they raised what? $586,000 from a conservative legal defense, acquitted in self-defense. Now, come on now, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real, people. Keep it real. That's what we're looking on crime. Is America divided? America is divided. I don't care what you say. We all have some different people and different nationalities, ethnicities. We have them. We all have them. We all have them. But that doesn't make America not divided. Now, see, when Rittenhouse shot 3 people, killed 2, and he was called a hero. That's what he was called. Here's a black man, and I don't believe his intentions was to kill twin Autumn. And listen, he's a scumbag. He's a murderer. He's everything. He's everything. All that. All that. All that. I'm speaking real facts. See, you got these people like Charleston White, and I'm going to say his name. He's going to be controversial. He's always going to go against the grain what black people think. And that's his job. He's in his character. That's what he does. I don't pay him no mind anymore. Me personally, I don't pay him any mind. Now, do we have a lot of truth when he speaks? Yes. Yes, he does. But a lot of things he just say out of his mouth unfiltered. The scripture tells us the power of life and death is in the tongue. And you got to be careful what you say. Flip Wilson, he said that loose lips sank ships. I'm telling you, that's what it does. That's what it does. This is where we at. Come on, people, hit that like button. I need at least 50 people on YouTube. Need 50 people at least on YouTube to get rolling. All right. That's right. It's not a civil case, people. It's definitely not a civil case as of right now. It's not. It's not a civil case, people. This is a criminal case right now. Jules Smith, I see you. 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 All right. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, let me see if I got something here for you guys. All right. Now, let me read something before we get started. Let's get to read it. All right. I want to get it out. Get it reading. Let's see. Let me straighten this out. All right. Let me do this way. All right. Now, here's a letter from a civil rights attorney. He spoke about this. I want to make sure we read it right. Civil rights attorney Lee Merritt, a lot of you guys know Lee, you know Ben Crump, said that Carmelo Anthony civil rights are being violated in Colon Country Jail. And he's going to tell you why. The attorney will be meeting with the family tomorrow. He said he will give an update tomorrow and share other ways we can help. I wouldn't be surprised if a new legal team takes over this case. Either by way, I'm thanking the civil rights attorney have gotten involved. All right. All right. Now, as a constitutional attorney who has brought federal civil rights case against Texas law enforcement, let me take these glasses off so I can read it right. Okay, I got them good. Including officers charged with murder. This is Lee Merritt talking. I feel compelled to speak out about the treatment of the 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, currently being held in Cullen County Jail on $1 million bond for alleged murder of Austin Metcalf. In my professional experience, this is the highest bond I've seen set in a regional murder case, particularly for a minor with no prior criminal record. Put this in context. Roy Oliver, the former Botch Spring police officer who murdered 15-year-old Jordan Edwards in 2017, was released on a $300,000 bond and remained free for over a year before his conviction. Amber Geiger, who fatally shot Botham Jean in his own apartment in 2018, was also released on a $300,000 bond. Aaron Dean, who shot and killed Atiana Jefferson in her home 2019, was granted a $200,000 bond prior to his trial. Carmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old child. He has no criminal history, no school disciplinary record. In fact, quite the opposite, he is a documented hero. At just 14 years old, he saved another teenager from drowning in Baton Rouge and was recognized in the local press for his courage. The full facts surrounding the tragic death of Austin Metcalf are still emerging. But what is clear is that Carmelo Anthony deserves the same constitutional protections afforded to any accused of a crime, especially one so young. He is entitled to due process, to be treated as a minor. He is under the law, and to presumption of innocence. If there is evidence suggesting self-defense, it must be weighed carefully and objectively, not overshadowed by the public pressure for prosecutorial overreach. A $1 million bond, greater than those set for sworn law enforcement officers accused of unjustified killing, raises serious questions about proportionality, equity, and the consistent application of justice. At a minimum, the bond should be revisited. Carmelo deserves a fair process. He deserves dignity, and above all, he deserves to be treated like the child still is. All right, I read that. And we will be sharing ways to support after meeting with the attorneys' families tomorrow. So I had to put that up there, and I felt that would be great to put up there to explain that, you know. Now, you have a person that he's a minor. He's a minor. And Lee Merritt gave us three examples. Now, let's go back to this. Carl Rittenhouse, 16 years old, 17-year-old, when he killed two people, shot three and killed two. He was labeled as a hero, self-defense. We're talking about George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin. After he was instructed, before he killed him, he was instructed not to follow him, but he pursued him. He was the aggressor. He was called a hero, self-defense. I believe in New York subway, there's a person was going through an episode, just talking out loud. Trained Marine, went over and choked a man to death. He was labeled as a hero. He's white. George Zimmerman, Latino white. They go as white. So what we notice in here, why is it that blacks see it differently than whites and whites see it differently than blacks? Two justice system, self-defense and murder. Blacks say self-defense. The whites say murder. That's what they say. Now, you got a few little black folks that say that was wrong for him defending himself. He shouldn't have had a knife. But I want to say that, was it a pocket knife? Because certain pocket knife that you can have, I have one right here. I'm going to put it in the screen. Right here, right in the screen. It's a little pocket knife. It's no longer than my finger, the blade. No longer than my finger, the blade. I have a pocket knife. Did Mr. Carmelo Anthony have a knife? Was it a pocket knife? What was it, people? What was it? Pocket knife is this, for those of you who don't know. This is a pocket knife. That's what this is. The blade is not 6 inches at all. All right. Just want you guys to see that. Was it a pocket knife? I don't know. I really don't know. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open up the phone lines so we can get to talk and discuss that. And I'm going to put the number up. I'm going to put the number up so you guys can call in. That's what I need. But I need you, those of you, I have 41 people on YouTube. I need 41 likes. And I don't think that, I'm not asking you to donate no money. I'm not asking you for nothing. All I'm asking you is to hit the like button, hit the share button. My phone lines are open. You're welcome to call. We're ready to get started. But I just want to give people some things going on. What was going on? Hit the like button. My YouTubers, hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up if you may. Now, my phone lines are open. I'm getting ready to put the number up in the chat so we can get started. And I want us to be respectful. We're going to have white people call in. We're going to have black people call in. Let's hear them out. Let's hear them out. Let's hear them out. I'm getting ready to put the number up on the screen, both of the numbers. All right, the call-in numbers. I'm finna put them up on the screen. That's what we're finna do. Let's hear them out. And we're gonna hit some calls. All right, the number's on the screen so you can call in. You're welcome to call in. You're welcome to call in. And this is the topic. Black people, blacks see it differently than whites, and whites see it differently than blacks. We got two justice systems. Why? Self-defense and murder. All right, we got our first call. 3699. You got the floor. The floor is yours.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Martin.
Hey.
Well, the reason that our thinking process is different is because white people, they use cognitive dissonance to justify things that they do and rationalize what they do so that they can sleep at night. An example of cognitive dissonance is you know that smoking is bad for you, but you'll justify to continue smoking a cigarette. It's like, well, um, they've been doing this since the beginning of time. They justify their actions even when they know it's wrong, because number one, they control the narrative, and so whatever they do, they write the story, so they're going to make it right. And it's so sad that I have to say this. White people don't care about law enforcement. They weaponize themselves with law enforcement when it's convenient for them to do so. If they cared about law enforcement, they wouldn't have went. The insurrection would have never happened. Okay, they don't care. They don't even. This. They're saying that this is not about race, but I'm here to tell you that it is, because I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I see what they say. They're coming on Black people's lives, calling Black people the N-word and stuff, all last night, all on these TikTok lives. This is a big topic, okay? And so these people, they are all over the place, being disrespectful, just lashing out and calling Black folks out of our names, just doing all types of stuff.
Mm.
But they're the first ones to say it's not about race. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. It is. And that thing about cognitive dissonance, just start paying attention, y'all. Just start paying attention to how they justify what they do. They can always justify and make up excuses for why they're right. It doesn't matter whether they've taken a life. It was it's just gonna just like that man, Daniel Perry or whatever. He had no reason to kill that Black man on that train in New York, but they all justified it. He's a hero. He's a Marine. No, he's a murderer. He was not saving anyone from danger, imminent perils of danger, and he wasn't in imminent perils of danger. The only threat was the chemical in that man's skin, the melanin. That was the threat. So these people, I'm so tired of Black people acting like we're shocked. Oh my goodness. What are you shocked about? These people, this is what they do. Just stop acting like you're shocked when you see them in their natural habitat. This is what these people do. And that's all I want to say for now, Martin.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, we got the Reb the Barber. Come on, Reb the Barber. What's your thoughts, your comments?
Hey, what's going on, Martin?
What's going
on? This is definitely one of the moments where you say, it is what it is type of moment. And what I mean by that, for me as a Black man, I'm gonna see it the way that I see it, and I have to expect a white person gonna see it in their aspect if they feeling that, what I'm saying, this Carmelo, this young man, young Anthony, deserves what he's getting punished with right now with the justice system. $1 million bond, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, me listening to you read the story on him being a hero, these are all mitigations. I mean, his life is already speaking for him and how he's not deserving of what is held against him, especially if he's speaking on basis of self-defense. You know what I'm saying? And I read the story, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of those modes where we see, it's racism. It's them looking at us as worthless. They look at that young man who died, and it's a tragedy, and I'm sorry for his loss, and look at him as precious. They look at him as a princess. This, I'm talking about his culture, white folks. You never know who that judge may know when it comes to in Texas, who his family is connected to, how they're gonna put them in the medium, and just by little words of his mother make it sound powerful, as if, you know what I'm saying, she's valid over this young man, this young Black brother being in self-defense mode. Some things have to happen in life, Martin. We see a lot of stuff. We'd be so surprised by the things that happen with the violence. I got to the point where I stopped being surprised, so I can understand it more. And some things have to happen in order to awaken that spiritual oppression that has been up there, but it's being aware now. Like the Bible says that you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You know what I'm saying? Or it talks about if you lay a trap, you know what I'm saying, you will fall in the trap that you lay out. It don't only speak to individual, but it speaks to nation. And that's how I'm looking at it as the point of where, I don't want to say it in the way I want to say it, but hopefully people can read what I'm saying, and definitely, yeah, the way we see the white folks going for that, the death of that young man, we ought to have us black people, because come to that type of thing right there, yeah, that, like, I'm glad to see that they raised $300,000 so far for that young man. You know what I'm saying? And then they're talking about trying to shut down the government. I mean, look what they're doing. Look, they're using the powers, their tools, to oppress this young man, and make him out to just dry and cage him like an animal, like he's worthless. But God is gonna speak for his victory and his justice. And like I say, sorry to the family of the young man, but self-defense is what the black brother called, and I'm definitely gonna stand for mine. You know what I'm saying? And speaking after hearing this story, yeah, and dealing with what he did, why would I sit up there and stand against him? No, he deserved his own justice too, and I stand with that.
Okay, hold on, Rep. All right. 872-299-08. 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. This is where we're looking for some callers. And why is it that black people see it different than white people, and why whites see it different than blacks? Do we have two justice systems? We call it, as black people, and I say we, as a black person, melanated person, we calling it self-defense, and the white people are calling it murder. Could it be both, or one or the other? So this is a serious matter. We're talking about a person that lost their life. Austin, he lost his life. And I always tell young people, I've been saying it, keep your hands to yourself. Yes, I said it. You don't get to determine when somebody defend themselves what matter of force they should use. You say, well, Martin, he's a boy, or the man, they should have fought head up. If you want to fight a fight, get in a professional ring where their rules are. You know? You don't know what the mindset of people when you put your hand on them. And I always say that, and this may not be the case, how could you kill a man when he's already dead? And this may not be the case, and it's not the case. The tricks that they use to demonize black men, young men and older men, the first thing they do, they dig up your background. They check your record. They check your school records. See if you've been in trouble. They check your social media pages. They're scamming for something to justify your behavior. But in this case, to my knowledge, they don't have this young man as a criminal, never been arrested, never had any problems in school. He's not involved in a gang. He's not tattooed up. And this is what you see. So now they have to spin the narrative. They call him a scumbag. And he come from an affluent and two-parent household. So, like my brother said in Texas, he don't fit the narrative at all. And the only thing that we can learn from this, well, one of the things, I ain't gonna say the only things, young people, grown people, older people, keep your hands to yourself. You don't know the mindset of the individual who you putting your hands on. Somebody said, Martin, well, if he would have left the knife at home or the weapon he had home, and if he wouldn't have brought it on the track and field sports arena, I'm gonna call it the sports arena because it wasn't in school, he'll be living. Also, Mr. Autumn would be living too if he wouldn't have punched him. All Autumn had to do is go get an adult. If he felt like Carmelo Anthony was in the wrong place, which he had every right to be there, we've already proven that. Both of the twins, they had every right to be there. It was raining, and he wanted to go on. He wanted to sit under this tent. So you know that there some words was exchanged. Well, how you know that, Barn? Because he said, if you put your hands on me, you're going to see what happened. So somebody said something. And I'm almost willing to bet somebody had their cell phone out too and taped everything up under that tent. I'm willing to bet you. And I'm not a bad man. And we know that they don't know each other personally. They probably heard of each other because that's how athletes do. They know each other, know of each other, but don't know each other. So we know they wasn't friends. Could this be a case of bullying? White folks mad at black people tonight because we're supporting what they call a murderer, a killer. Black people, we believe and we stand and we hold, not all of us, but majority of us, that Carmelo Anthony was defending himself. And this is my personal opinion. I don't believe that he was trying to kill Autumn. Well, you say, well, Martin, why would you say that? A person that would try to kill another person will have multiple things. We've all seen these prison yards, how they just keep shanking and shanking and shanking and shanking and shanking. He hit him one time in the chest, whatever the object may be, a pocket knife or a weapon. We don't know exactly. Box cutter, we don't know. Now, is it a tragic situation? It is a tragic situation, and there are no winners in this. And I can imagine if I could play his father right now, and just me, my opinion, man, I didn't raise this boy. I didn't took him out of the hood or kept him away from the hood, put him in this affluent neighborhood, sent him to one of the best schools as possible, put him in one of the best neighborhoods as possible that I could. And for this thing to happen, I'm so hurt that my son was put in a situation that he was put in, defending himself. As a father, I'm speaking as a father. I can see him. Now my son, pictures all over the internet. My coworkers are talking about it. My family members are calling me, asking me, am I right? Threats are coming in to my house. They sending pictures with a baby with a knife stuck in his head. They're calling me. They're threatening me. They're putting my address out on the internet. This is me speaking, and this is real things. I'm concerned about my safety. See, America, and let's keep it real. We know that there are two justice systems in this country, one for white folks and one for blacks. I just proved to you and showed you 3 cases of murder. 2 of them got 300,000, one of them got 200,000. And all of them was called a hero. Why? Because they were white. Here's a black man said that he was defending himself. He was not the aggressor. He have a right to speak. If you touch me, you're going to find out. And I'm going to say this in love, but I speak with authority. Keep your hands to yourself. And you cannot determine the amount of force somebody put on you defending himself or herself. That's not up to you. That's not up to you, my friend. It's a sad situation. And we know America controls and run America, white Americans. We know that. We got some get along, go along black folks. But one thing with all the black people that's siding on the deceased side, and I'm not mad at you, but one thing you cannot deny, you better keep your hands to yourself, because you cannot determine the person that you laying hands on and they defended themselves in self-defense. You don't get to decide whether they should shoot you, cut you, kill you, whatever. That's all up to them. And I don't believe that this young man, my opinion, came to the track meet where he belonged. They had a weapon or in his backpack, came to start trouble. And I want to serve nervous notice to every white person that's listening to me tonight. I understand that you see people get shot and killed in the media every day. You hear the numbers here in the city of Chicago. But I want to declare something to you. Make it known. That's not all of us. We're fathers. We're husbands. We're grandfathers. We're students. We're doctors. We're lawyers. We're businessmen. We're nurses. We're scientists. We're pharmacists. All these things. Listen to my white audience. You call it black on black crime. That's racist too. Why is it that we never hear you say white on white crime? Isn't it something? Why is it that all our faults, and I'm talking about black folks, are put on the screen, on the mainstream media, on the internet? But when we commit the same crime, it's different. It's different. Why is it that in America, they stress you are innocent until proven guilty in the American justice system? Not so when it comes to this complexion right here. They said, well, Martin, you're race baiting. America, you forgot what you built this country on race. You didn't build it on truth and justice. You didn't build it. You just now allow black folks to segregate, live amongst you. 50-some years ago. We had separate everything. I think it's a lot of stereotypes going on amongst the races. Yes, it is. I got to tell the truth. White America don't want to have this conversation with Black America about racism. And any Black people out there that's listening to me tonight, a Black person cannot be racist. We can be biased, we can be prejudiced, but we can't be racist. A person that's racist hold power. I can go outside in the middle of a white community and say I hate all white people. That's not going to stop them from eating, drinking, paying their bills. But if a white America, white society, decide that they don't want to treat Black folks right, they got the power to change laws. They got the power to make up laws to fit what they think, to arrest us. Black people, you cannot deny what I'm about to say. You name me one gun manufacturing company that's in the Black community or one Black person owned. You can't name me one. Name me one poppy field that Black people own in this country or another country, smuggling drugs in this country. Don't it amaze you that drugs are being smuggled in this country every day, but they only seem to find them in my possession, in my pocket, because I'm Black? Then you paint this picture as if I'm the drug kingpin of America. Come on, somebody. Talk to me. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Ain't that's what we all about? This message tonight is a very painful message, but it's necessary. Somebody need to hear it. I'm not on here promoting Christianity, Islam, or none of that. I'm promoting what's right, truth. And any white person that's listening to me, you know that Black people are not treated fairly in this country. You said, well, Martin, I've never owned any slaves. And you're right. But you oppress them. Your laws. If white people were so just to Black people, why we need a civil rights act? Why we need a fair housing act bill? Why we need that? If the police was so righteous and just when they do something, why do they need a body camera? A dash cam? Why? See, people, we are the testing ground. And whatever they feel like saying, they get mad. Black people, and I'm going to say this and I got a call. As long as we electric sliding, again, where them fans at? Shooting, killing, dope pushing, dope selling, prostitution, robbing, and stealing. Don't come over on their side and do it. Keep it in your community. Y'all animals, y'all go and kill each other. That's what they expect. But they would have never thought that Black people would stand strong behind Carmelo Anthony. They would have never thought that. Not only we stood behind him, we putting our money where our mouth is. We putting our money. We're bagging them up. They don't like that. Black people, we should be like the bees. When you attack one bee, the whole hive come after you. Now, don't get me wrong. We're not condoning bad behavior. But when you're right, black man and black woman, we are with you. You have 100 support. Now, if you go out there, black man or black woman, go out there shooting the crowd of innocent people, you can't come screaming, I'm black, I'm from, no, we don't want to hear that. We can't stand behind that. But if you're defending yourself and a murder just happen to have to come, a killing, we're behind you. He said, oh, Martin, you do about, no, that's every man right to defend himself. White people have shot black men that have pointed guns at them and shot at them. What could we say? It's a clean shoot. And I preach it all the time. As just as much as you ready to kill, you better be ready to die. And that go for a white man and a black man. Period. Reb said it. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. But the scripture says you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Period. There's no winners in this situation right here. None at all. But there's a different treatment. We know it. You can't pull up. See, the stereotype is the dreads, the tattoos, in the gang, the criminal background, the school records. You know, that's the norm. That's what they do. They demonize us to make us out to be these monsters. But I'm going to tell you, can't nobody beat that white man killing. Nobody. He's a killing machine. He didn't get this country because, oh, how I love Jesus. No, he got this killing through. He got this country through killing and conquering, murder, bloodshed. Come on, caller. Come on, Bill. Thank you for holding.
Yeah, everything you said and the other people on the panel that spoke is the truth. I want to point out one thing first. And you said it when you first started doing this segment, and I've been kind of following it close. You said your condolences go out to Metcalf family, and I've been watching I don't know how many videos. You said it, Red said it. You know, feel bad for that boy. These people that want to create this narrative and make Carmelo Anthony out to be what he's not, calling him a cold-blooded murderer, trying to make it premeditated. Not one of them that I've seen, and I've watched over 50 videos, been on your show, listening to you, and like I said, Rev just said, he feel for the family. Not one time have they said they felt for Carmelo Anthony's family. Even if they felt ill about him, they still didn't feel for his family. Because they're going through something too. But they won't let themselves feel that way or say it. Because that's that's what's in their heart. And I don't care how nobody look at it. They said it wasn't about racism. The father said it. But it is. Because if you're listening to mainstream media, podcasters, whatever, different comments, it all goes back to racism. Them not giving him the same grace, just like you say, as Kyle Rittenhouse. Want to make this situation, and I got from a pretty reliable source today that had police report out that it was a pocket knife. It was halfway unfolded when they confiscated it or found it in the bleachers. And a knife can kill you, but you can live with a knife wound. AR-15, you can live from that, but the odds are far greater if you pull that trigger. So who had the intent? He went to his game. He came across straight state lines and was driven by his mother, who had to have an ugly heart to take her son with a gun knowingly to a situation. But that's the way she felt about the Black Lives Matter people. It is about racism. You hear it, you see it, and they act like we don't recognize it. They act like we don't recognize it. We live it every day. I'm gonna go back on mute, Mark.
Okay, thank you. And listen, people, we see it. We see it. We see it in the American justice system. We see it with a regular routine stop, a traffic stop. It turns into a gun battle. We see it every day. It is always justified. See, my thing is this. White people don't want to see the way we see things. And we're not listening to these old celebrities. They don't speak for us. They don't speak for the Black community. The stardom. We don't care about all these celebrities. All they doing is trying to get some likes, chasing clout. They're saying anything that they know that's going to disrupt or go against the Black community. They lucky they wasn't with Rosa Parks, not Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman. You know what that would have happened. You got some folks, they out here trying to please white people. White people don't respect cowards. They don't respect cowards or traitors. Because if you trade against your own race, you are trade on them. I got to keep it real. This is the time to stand up for what's right. If it's good for them, it's good for us. If they can call self-defense, we can call self-defense as well. And y'all know I'm race first. Period. But if you're wrong, I'm not standing with you. But if you're right and it's justifiable, I got to stand with you. Some folks say, well, Black men, they kill each other. White men kill each other too. Don't act like they're so innocent and morally right. They kill each other. That's what they do. My phone line's open, 872-299-0808. See, they don't want to hear this, man, because they know they're going to get the truth over here. You can't control this over here. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what we're going to do here. Nothing else. You can say whatever you say about this chat, but we're going to tell the truth. I believe in self-defense. Again, if a dog got teeth and he can bite, and a cat got claws and they can scratch, what do you think those are for? For defense. Who said that Black people can't defend themselves? We've been defending ourselves ever since we was brought in this country, and we still doing it. Real talk. We're the ones that got the highest rate of unemployment amongst our teens, our youth, and the grown men. We've been in a depression. We the ones got the high blood pressure, diabetes, HIV/AIDS on top of the list. It's socially engineered. Again, if you take 2 starving dogs or 2 starving lions, as I always say, and put them in a cage, what do you think ought to happen? If I segregate Black people and put them all together and take their resources, what are they going to do? They're going to prey on each other. That's what they're going to do. This is real, people. We're watching this case. You give a black man that don't have no criminal history, none, never been arrested by law enforcement, a role model, and you give him a $1 million bond. $1 million bond. Here's a police officer shot an innocent man in his own house, and you gave her a bond, I believe, of $200,000 or $300,000. That ain't no racism. White folks, what are they telling us, people? We run this country. We are the lawyers. We are the judges. We are the prosecuting attorneys. That's what they're telling us. We still hold the power. And we can make things different. We run the media. We can paint the narrative. We can make the narrative. And that old saying, I've been saying it, if you hear and see something long enough, you will begin to believe it. And you got some scared black folks that have white coworkers, and they silent. They won't say anything. They won't share the video. They won't like it because they're afraid of their coworker to see their name liking a video such as this one. They're afraid of it. Well, Martin, I gotta pay my bills. I'm neutral in this. I don't say anything. I don't say you're neutral until it happened to one of your loved ones. Then you want all the news networks come out, all the content creators to get on board. People, this is real. And we can't be fooled anymore. We can't be controlled by what we see. And one thing about our young people, I was born in the 60s. The young people of today, they have the mentality of, if you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Might kill you. That's the mentality that they have today. They're not singing, we shall overcome. They're not singing, keep your eyes on the prize. You hit me, I'm going to hit you back. I'm not my mama. I'm not my grandparents. I'm not Martin Luther King. They more so like Malcolm X, by any means necessary. That's real talk. Our young people, you see them. They kill each other. They fight. You see it. Not all of them. We got another caller, people. Want to say that? Hey, caller, 9433. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut. What's your comment and thought?
Hey, Martin.
Hey.
You know, I believe he was in his right because it's bullies out here. So he defended himself. And the reason why they standing behind the white boy because of the color of his skin. So he had every right to defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
Every right. And if you push me in the corner long enough, I'm going to kick, bite, scratch, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to defend me. So I do stand behind him. He was right. And when I read the story, my heart went out to our brother. My heart didn't because he kept picking with him. So he was wrong. In Texas, I'm just going to say it, Texas is a white racist state. They don't like us no way.
The whole country don't like us. Even some of us don't like each other. We have no love for each other at all.
Yeah. And you know what? You is right about the white man. Some people is afraid to speak up because of their job. But I know God got me. God will provide all the time. So I don't worry about who here, what, who. It's all about what you just say 10 minutes ago of us sticking together. We finally got to make a stand, and God probably used that young man for us to make a stand because God do work through people.
Yes, he does. And let me just say this, people. White people was not expecting us to stick together on this. You know, we often call it, me and Helen, we call it fake pain. You know how black folks do. We would tell like we upset about something. We talk for about a week or two, then it's gone. Fake pain. I call it fake pain. But this one, See, you got us with a lot of them. Oh, he a criminal. He a thug. He was bad. He had a criminal background. He was bad. He was fighting his mama. And see, you gets us with that. But you can't pull that card. You can't pull that playbook on this one right here. And that's why we standing by. But let me just say this. Why one of ours got to be almost nearly perfect before we could support them? Didn't the Bible say he that without sin let him cast the first stone when he talked to that lady accusers? Who made them the moral person in this? Telling us black people, you shouldn't be man. How you going to tell us what we feel and how we feel? We've been fighting 400 years of oppression and slavery in this country. And some of us believe that racism is over. It's never over. It's on your job application. It's in your communities. It's in the sports. It's in the police department. It's in the education. It's in the medical department. It's in the health department. It's in the media. You say, well, Martin, what do you talk about? Just keep on listening. You're going to learn. You're going to learn something tonight. You're going to learn something tonight. It's in your police department. Again. It's in your garbage pickup. It's on your loan application. All right, we got another caller. Okay, caller, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Raise that window up. You talk, you laugh. Come on, P-Red. Roll that window.
Man, I'm not gonna do no talking. The truck is too noisy. Just put me on mute. I'm gonna listen.
Okay.
All right.
So this is what I'm talking about, people. When white people come up to us and say, hey, you different, Martin. You're not like that. No, I'm not different. I'm black. I'm just black with a lot of money. I'm just black with a lot of clout or a lot of favor. But I'm still black at the end of the day. See, it's cool to be black, a little swag and entertainment and all that. But no one wants to be treated like us. Ask a white person, do they want to trade places with black people? And they'll say no. And when they say that goes to show you, they know that we be mistreated. It's all on the job, people. We see it. I want to thank black men and black women for coming together on this. This is something major. This is not about sliding and dancing and all that. Some folks, all they want to hear, they afraid of this type of conversation. I'm talking about black folks. They're trying to save brown people. And brown people putting white on their application. They don't even want to be identified as being brown. And we black and brown, but brown is putting white on their application. That's what brown is doing. Brown don't even want to be with black. Black don't even want to be with black in some cases, in most cases. And that's real talk. It's quiet, but I got to tell the truth. And shame the devil. We got to call our people.
Yeah.
All right, we got a caller. Go ahead, Bill. You want to say something again?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to bring something up that say to me separately and together. Is really something that a black person can not have mental situations, and that's not the case. I'm using in regards to Carmelo Anthony, but the other one was we can't be afraid. We can't be afraid for our lives. That's where the lack of understanding with amongst our people. We got a lot of people that look like us that still don't understand that that's siding up against what's right. And I know what's right, you know what's right, or whatever. Not once, Martin, have you went out through your days of me knowing you and your platform to defend Pookie for self-defense when he was wrong. Even though you understand, like a lot of other people understand, or quite a few that don't, and white people, that Pookie might have did what he did, but he was afraid for his life. And he had a reason to be afraid for his life. Because Mookie is going to get him. You know, that not to justify what they doing at all, but we can't be afraid for our life. Not at all. And the other thing I want to say, Martin, you named all the places where racism is, and I grant you 100%, but it's one you left out. It's in your soul. It's in your soul. And it's crafty, and it's old, and it's manipulative, it's demonic, and it's been around a long time. It gets in while it's in your soul, it go dormant, hide, and let you lie into situations like now. Just like I said, not once have any of those people that got platforms, the media, or whatever, said nothing about Carmelo Anthony's family. All they did was demonize them too.
And gonna go to church on Sunday, and gonna go to church and speak in tongues and talk about how they love Jesus. Them same folks, white folks.
Yep.
Same white folks.
And some black too.
Yeah.
Some black too.
Let me hold on, Bill, real quick. Let me say, Roddy Johnson said, y'all notice how the state prosecutor's office used the young black boy's mug shot that represents him, and the state prosecutor's office used the white boy school picture that represents him. That's part of, and he right, Ronnie, you're right. That's part of demonizing. See, we know that playbook. That's part of the playbook. Part of the playbook is go pull his school records up, see if he ever given trouble to that. Pull up his criminal record, if he arrest record, if he have one. Pull that up. That's what they do. They go to his internet and see what he posts and see what he talk about. Pull that up. And what they do, they paint a picture. We call it a narrative to us. And so we won't, they say, well, black people, why y'all taking up for this type of person? He's no good. He's not right. Look at him. Look at his picture. Look at all them tattoos on his face. Look at his criminal history. His mother was a drug addict. His father been in and out of the penitentiary. He live in these bad areas. Why y'all mad? We doing y'all a favor by getting rid of somebody like that, locking them up or killing them. That's that playbook, people. The playbook. Go ahead, Bill.
That same playbook that they using. I spoke with you and said, now is the time. And I feel that in my heart, people that spoke out about God might have his hand in this, and I truly believe that, to expose different things, the racism in particular. And I truly believe that in my heart of hearts, man. I believe that. And it's a different time Martin, from this election, people breaking away from that Democrat, as they call it, Democratic plantation. That has never happened. You just mentioned us standing together in this situation behind this boy, back to back. This is out of our character to them. They supposed to be able to tell us what to feel, what to think, and feed us fried ice cream, and we supposed to go for it. This has never happened, and you talking about something that happened in November, and now it's April. 6 months. Something that never happened in history is happening in real time. That's all I got to say.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got another text. Somebody said that they said, brother, them white people will lose their souls. Not one of them will see heaven because they manipulate God's word and enslave God's people. Read this out loud. I read it. Also, I like this comment that I got up there now, too. Black people aren't allowed to defend ourselves without being villain or the situation until proven beyond the reasonable doubt. They don't want us defending ourselves. You wait on us. We the police. We police. You call us and we'll take up for you. They don't want us to feel it. Because see, I'm going to say another thing too. I think Reb calling back. Okay, I'll get you in a minute, Reb. See, the messages they sending out here. If you kill one of our own, we're going to give you a bond so high that we know you can't afford. And we can't let this slide because we don't need black boys going out there trying to kill white people. And this is the message they sent it. But I always say that if you keep your hands to yourself, you don't have to worry about nobody retaliate against you or trying to defend themselves. Somebody got on here, oh, he could have boxed it out or fought it out. You don't know what you would have done if you were in that situation. Emotions are high right now. And that's real talk. There's no winners in this situation. Go ahead, Reb the Barber.
Yeah, Mark. I wanted to say, I want to say, the more that I think about this story and the more that I listen to you, there's always a backup story. For every move, there's a counter move. So it's always a backup story. You know what I'm saying? First of all, there's a track meet. It's a competitive, atmosphere. Many different variety of schools, are there. We don't know what area. Well, we know what area, but we don't know the racial hate. Young white kids still growing up with race. You know what I'm saying? And hate for a black kid because they black. You know what I'm saying? When you say that word stereotype, I mean, you don't even gotta say race no more. That's how they take away, and now it's lawful. You know what I'm saying? And it's rightful to put any crime that's committed in the world on a black man. That's why you watch these movies and you hear them say, "Well, it's a white guy." People look surprised. Then when they say it's a black guy, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like they used to normally it being a black guy robbing everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a stereotype. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand our young people, we have to, with our bias, like our young people feed off the energy. They feed off the energy of our bored crap people in our community who act like that they their form and really not their form. Our young people, black young people, feed off the nature of this world and understanding the not only the rights and wrongs, but the manipulators. You know what I'm saying? They know racism when they see it. They know bullying when they see it. And like you say, they're different. They're so different. They're so advanced. just imagine if the mentality of our young people today was back in the 50s when it was our young people who was standing in front of the fire hoses and the dogs and everything. It'd be some dead police dogs and, police officers out there in that field that they doing the riots and things and protests. So what I'm saying is like he felt that he had the right to defend himself. And with that being said, he had every right to be due process. The thing that I hate about it, he's being judged right now as we speak with $1 million bond. You know, you don't know how he's getting treated in Texas jail, how they're looking at him. You know what I'm saying? His family can't even reach him. He's already been judged as criminal. But it's in self-defense. You know, so he deserves the due process, and then that's what that civil rights attorney is there for. You know, so that's why they picked it up. And I was listening to that brother when he was speaking based on, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation with the police sheriffs and the leaders in the department, you know what I'm saying, and with the threats and everything that's coming to the family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the way that y'all doing him, we want to see the same energy in the way that y'all protect his family. You know what I'm saying? On making sure that there's surveillance and SWAT cars out there to make sure that there's no type of danger that comes to the household. Or him, y'all to protect the same way y'all protecting Kyle Rittenhouse. Matter of fact, send him a couple of stakes up in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, same energy. You know, and that's what we say. That's where we feel that we are, you know what I'm saying, not qualified and misrepresented in areas of those ways. And this is our kids. This is our youth. Yeah, they lost. Yes, right. I'm sorry they did. I'm sorry that that young man made a decision that caused the fatal of his life. He should never put his hands on that boy. I don't know what reason, what hate in his heart, what he's seen him to not even knowing what reason to approach him and things that you own him to tell him to leave that tent. He felt that energy. He felt that energy. And he had a response. He warned them, don't touch me. We'll see what happens. So, and he was afraid too. He feared for his life because guess what he did? Right after he did, he ran. You understand what I'm saying? His twin brother, the young man twin brother was there. Other white boys around. You know what I'm saying? So he was already afraid because he had his posse with him over there. So I was like, get up, move around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we see the intent of defense. We see that, and I feel them. You know what I'm saying? We are being bullied all the time when it comes to this system. All the time.
I agree,
Crazy,
brother.
but,
I agree. Because they know if a lot of us stand up and talk, they can fire us off these jobs that we work on. They know they can. They use that as leverage, brother. It's a bully tactic. You know, they know they do it. They know they do it. Then smile in your face like we would know what you're doing. Don't think we don't know what you're doing. It's real.
Man.
And
what's opening up, Martin, because time must go on. You understand what I'm saying? These are like we're not, you know, the Bible pages are not being written, but prophecies are being written, and stages being set for the coming of things to come are being done. And we're living in it every single day. And every day that the sun rises and earth wakes us up, it's telling black people to get together. That same message, that same word. Whether it's, you know what I'm saying, believe in him, get righteous. You know what I'm saying? God calling his people. He is saying, get together. And there's so many things, but it's casualties on our behalf or casualties on this system behalf. Because this system has birthed children. They know people are born to be evil in the world. You know that, right, Martin?
Yeah, we're born to a lot of things.
Some people are like God has created evil for its purposes too. So man, like these spirits that we fight against, these forces that we fight against, man, that our kids are fighting against, and our kids not even developed in the mind spiritually or mentally or physically to understand the forces of the fight. So that's why it takes a village to stand up. That's why it takes for them to, yes, raise that $1 million. You know what I'm saying? That's why it takes for the civil rights. It takes for people to speak, for the voiceless. And he's been voiceless ever since he showed up to that track meet. The enemy was at his door as soon as he showed up to that track meet. As soon as they scheduled, that day was predestined to happen.
All right, we got another caller, brother. Thank you for your comment. All right, come on, caller 281. OJ, you be the last caller.
What's going on, Martin?
You the last one.
What's going on, Martin? How's everyone doing tonight?
Great,
I'm
good.
trying to be as brief as possible.
Good.
Listen, we've done everything. We marched in the 60s. We died. We got lynched. We done everything to do the right thing. And we all know what we've done. Now, I guess the question here now is, what are we going to do? Putting up a rebel or a coup or anything like that is just ridiculously dumb because we're outnumbered. We have lobbied with everyone in DC, and the world is looking at everything that we lobbied against that was wrong. And nothing has changed. I'm not saying we roll over and just say, forget about it. You know, we have options. We can leave, you know, which is probably what, you know, most of them want us to do is to leave, you know, but what are we prepared to do is the question. You know, we have these shows, we started about this, what happened to Carmelo Anthony, and God bless the gentleman that lost his life and his family, God bless them, you know, but what are we prepared to do?
What do you mean?
You know,
what do you mean, bro?
Let's talk about those.
What do you mean?
Well, we've done everything else though, Martin. We marched in the 60s. We vote. We pay our taxes. We work every day. We live next to people. What else are we to do? What else? I mean, do we leave this country? Do we stand here and fight and die? I mean, we I mean, I'm not saying give up. You know, we don't give up, Martin. We definitely don't give up. You know, I mean, the politicians see what's going on. The president see what's going on. Nobody's willing to do anything but just let it happen.
Well, let me just educate you a little bit, brother. And you're older than I am. It was just 50 some years ago when I was a little boy, maybe even 40, that I couldn't go over there by White Sox Park in Bridgeport. I got chased out of that many times. 50 some years ago, maybe 50, 40 some years ago, Comiskey Park, it was called Comiskey Park at that time. You know how many times I got chased out of Bronzeville, that community. Chased out by white people. Not because I was over there stealing the bike, not because I was over there stealing or looting or anything, because of the color of my skin. Just 50 some years ago, I was a little boy, I never forget, in Bridgeport. Chased me out right in 35th, right there. And white boys used to see us.
To this day, what did you do, though?
Yeah, brother, I'm talking. Listen, they chased me out of there. That was just 50 some years ago. That same mentality, we see it. Now, they're not literally chasing us now, but it's certain things that they do to us. And for those of you that sitting still, that don't believe that we're moving forth, we're fighting for laws. We just on a boycott. That's what we do. We hit them where it hurts, and that's in their pockets. Boycotts do work. When I say boycott, that don't mean you got to get a bunch of signs and line up in front of somebody's place of business. No. You can get together as a group and say, hey, we're not going to support this anymore with our monies. See, when you hit them in the pocket, you get their attention. So I don't ever think black people think that we ever didn't fight white folks back. There's been many revolts in this country. They only talk about one, maybe two. You got to read a book. They're not going to educate you on that. Been many revolts in this country. Even to the point when they brought a lot of us over here on the boat. Some folks jumped in the sea before they came to the shores of this country. We're still fighting oppression. And we know they gun bigger than ours, but we can beat them from this mind right here. This mind. They try to tell us they know our pain. No, you don't know our pain. It's almost like me talking to a parent that lost a child in violence. I don't know that feeling. I would never know it unless I walk through that feeling. So there are things in place. People are educating each other. One of the best things that Black people can do in this country is to learn your history. Learn about self. Learn about your greatness. It's one thing that they can't take from us. It's education. When I say education, I'm not just talking about a bachelor's degree or master's or PhD or social. I'm not just talking about that. Education about yourself. Education about things of life. And that's what we have to do. Now, a lot of us are not going to get on board. We don't need every Black person to get on board. We need the majority. Black people are showing unity. When that fund went up and they hit 300,000, I never recall that Black people ever gave $300,000 to a person that used self-defense. I don't know now. I could be wrong. Now I'm just me speaking now. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. But that is a sure sign that Black people say, hey, I'm going to support this person. I remember when the O.J. Simpson case and white people thought that Black people was glorying about Nicole Simpson and her boyfriend that got slaughtered. No, we wasn't. We're not that type of people. But we was happy to see a Black person that looked like us finally beat the system that had money. That's what we was excited about. Because we know once we go into this system with your all-white juror that you're going to convict us most of the time.
Hold on a second.
We know that. Let me talk, brother. I'm talking. So we know that. And that's why we had to move strategically in this society. We know that white people don't care about because they show us every day. They show us. Well, you say, well, Martin, he cool. He cool with me. He give my baby something to do. Yeah, he cool with you. But it may not be cool with me. A friend of yours may not be a friend of mine. And that's real talk, people. Real talk. So we are mobilizing. We are doing things. You got activists on the ground. You got lawyers on the ground mobilizing, helping with this case. We see what they're trying to do. I read about Mr. Attorney Lee. He put out a statement. It's real. So Black people, stay strong, stay true. Love on each other, love yourself, and learn your history. Know who you are so you have a sense of pride. Real talk. We're fighting for what's right. And one thing I can truly say about Black people, Foundation Black Americans, my mother didn't raise me to hate white people. My father didn't raise me to hate white people. They taught us not to hate. Now, what they taught in the white household, I don't know, but I know what they display among us. We're not taught hate. Matter of fact, We hate each other more so than the white people. Period. We're so loving and forgiving to others, and we can't even forgive the one that look like us. That reminds me of a scripture. God said, how can you say you love God, whom you never see, and see your brother every day? You know? How can you say that? I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a wonderful show. To all my white listeners, share this video with your community. Share it. Maybe you guys may learn something. You might learn something about how we think. You know, we all don't eat chillins. We all don't eat watermelon. We all don't eat chicken. We all are not out here gang banking, robbing, stealing, conning, looting, tearing up property. That's not what we all about. The small stereotypes only represent a small amount of us. Yes, we are emotional people. Yes, we are. We are loving people. And we try to live peacefully with everybody. When I say everybody, other ethnicities or races, if I may say it that way. I want to thank y'all so much. And I know this is a very sensitive subject. A life has been lost. Again, to the family, you have my condolence. And for those that are alive, that's listening, that's able to hear and comprehend, keep your hands to yourself. And when you do that, things will turn out different. You cannot determine when somebody defending themselves the amount of force that they're going to use on you. There's nothing fair, people, about fighting in war. They put rules about war, but they don't follow them. They don't follow them. The Indians had a treaty with the white man, and the white man broke every treaty with the Indians. It's proven. Read the history. Learn about it. We're dealing with spirits, people, demonic situations, wickedness. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with lying wonders. That's what we're dealing with. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody and you really, really want to believe them, but you know their actions say other things? It's like a love relationship. A man tell you he love you, but he don't come home at nighttime. A man tell you he love you, he show you no affection. A man tell you he love you, when you call him, he don't answer his phone. A man tell you he love you, he never introduce you to his family. A man tell you he love you, and he never done anything for the children unless you open up your private part, and you know what I'm trying to say. Love is an action word. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black.